Hey guys, it's Leanne. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is a full face of NYX Cosmetics, apart from one product which I'll explain why in the video. So NYX makeup, for anyone who doesn't know, which I'm sure you do know because you've clicked on this tutorial, but anyway, if you don't know, NYX is a drugstore brand and it's cruelty free and some of its products are vegan, I think. So if you're looking for some affordable makeup which is very good quality, and if you're looking to learn some new techniques as well, because I've included some little tips during this tutorial, then obviously stick around and keep on watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and think about subscribing and turning on the notification bell. If makeup reviews and informative makeup tutorials are your thing, then obviously let me know which eye you prefer. They're actually both different. I'm not sure if you can really tell that much on camera. Yeah, there's a reason for that in the video, so just watch anyway. Let me know some of your favourite NYX products in the comment section. So the first NYX product that I'm going to be going in with is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. So on one end it's got a little spoolie, and then on the other end it's got a little twist up. So this is in the shade Blonde, which is not really ideal for me because I actually do like a more medium brown shade for my eyebrows. But this is the only one I've actually got left from NYX. So I'm just carving out a strength line underneath, as you can see, underneath my own natural brow hairs. And then I'm just flicking the pencil in the direction that my own natural brow hairs go. And then I'm using the spoolie just to brush this product into my own brow hairs. And then I'm drawing that same strength line just on top of the brows. So where the brows flick up to, that's where I'm now drawing that line, just to give the brows a nice arch. And then at the front of the brow, I'm positioning the pencil this way. So I'm angling the tip of the pencil towards myself and just flicking up to imitate brow hair strokes. And then to carve out the brow, I'm going to be going in with the NYX Born to Glow Radiant Concealer. And my shade is the shade Vanilla. So I'm just applying this all over the eyelid to act as a primer and just to take away any discoloration. So I've got like some veins that show through on the eyelid, so that's why we do this. So this is a Zoeva 144 brush, by the way. You'll probably know that if you are a regular watcher of this channel. It's the literal only brush I ever use to carve out underneath the brow. Just so easy to use. So now I'm going in with a damp beauty sponge, and I'm just pressing this concealer into the eyelid. So to prime the skin today, I'm going to be going in with the NYX The Marshmallow Primer, and I actually love this primer so much. If you haven't actually already tried it, you really do need to. It smells literally of marshmallows and it's just so good for the skin. I think it makes makeup last so much longer and it just makes it look a lot more blurred, and it just feels really nice on the skin as well. So for under the eyes today, I'm going to be going in with the NYX Colour Correcting Concealer. And I know that NYX do deeper and lighter versions of this. I think mine is the medium one. So same Zoeva 144 brush. And I'm just taking the peachy tones, which are clearly the most used for me. And I'm only picking up a little bit as I don't really need that much. It's mainly just here on the inner corner of the under eyes that I mostly get discoloration. And it's normally a bluey / purple tinge, so that's why I'm using the more peachy toned concealer. So I'm just going to go back in with this beauty sponge, which is the Kate Hayes one from Home & Bargain. So can everyone see how that just evened out the skin on the under eyes? I definitely can notice a difference, and I only use such a small amount. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this product because I always do go to it, and I've literally had this for so long and it just hasn't run out. I know I'm hitting pan on the two peachy shades like I said, but bear in mind I literally have had this for definitely over a year. It's probably gone off now. Yeah, it says on the back, keep it for 12 months. I've definitely had it for longer than 12 months. So probably time to get a new one. So for foundation today, I'm going to be going in with the NYX Born to Glow Naturally Radiant Concealer. And this is in the shade Natural. Oh, it's a very runny foundation, by the way. And then I'm just going to be applying this to the skin with a flat foundation brush. And this is from Eco Tools. So it's the angled foundation brush from Eco Tools. And it kind of does look a little bit light. That's probably because I've done a little bit of false tan a few days ago, so I'm looking a little bit darker than normal. So I'm just going to be patting this foundation into the skin using my favourite foundation brush, which is a Peaches and Creams brush. So now I'm going to be going in with that Born to Glow concealer, and I will say with this you don't really need to use a lot. It's one of those concealer, like a little bit goes a long way. And I've put the concealer in an upward shape so it will give the eye more of a lift and appear a bit more flattering, if anyone's wondering why I've kind of winged the concealer up this way. And I also use this technique of just putting a little bit on the inner corner and outer corners of the under eye so that I don't actually use too much, because if you put too much on you have to blend out more and it just seems to crease a lot more when you use too much product than you need. So that's the reason why I do this technique as well. Now, please don't hate me, but I'm not actually going to be setting the under eye with a NYX powder. I'm actually going to be setting it with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. And that is because the NYX powder that I have actually tried in the past, it's actually the worst powder I've ever tried. It was awful. Like, so I've binned it anyway. And I thought I'm not repurchasing that just for this video to do a full face of NYX. I refused to repurchase it. It was terrible. So that's the reason why I'm using the e.l.f. one today. So I've still kept it drugstore. I tried to not pick a high-end powder, so it's still affordable for anyone who only really likes drugstore makeup. And I'm just using the excess, what's left on the beauty sponge, just to dab over the eyelids to set the concealer. And then I do also get oily in the T-zone, more the forehead, as I explained before. So I'm setting that with powder. A little bit on the chin where I put some concealer before. So I'm going to be going in with two NYX bronzers now. So these are the NYX Matte Bronzers, and I've got the shade Deep Tan, which is this one, and Dark Tan, which is this one. Dark Tan is more cool tones and Deep Tan is more warm tones. So I'm going to be using both of these today, and I'm taking the Kay's Makeup X Home and Bargains contour brush. And then I'm going to cheat again and use the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder just to carve out underneath the contour. That's just to really make the cheekbones stand out even more, in case anyone is wondering why I look a little bit crazy. So for eyeshadow today, I'm actually going to be using a blush. So I'm actually going to be going in with the NYX Sweet Cheeks blush palette. These are the shades. I dropped it on the floor and this one smashed. So I'm going to go in first with this matte shade. So it's like an apricot-y, orangey shade. And I'm picking that up on a Zoeva 227 Luxe Soft Definer brush. And I'm going to be doing my little technique by starting out on the outer corner and just simply packing the eyeshadow, or blush in this case, onto the outer corner of the eye. And I'm always making sure that when I look forward you can actually see that colour above my own natural crease. Otherwise, what is the point? You don't walk around with the eyes closed, so you know, you get the point. And then I'm just going to be buffing out these edges by using windscreen wiper motions and circular motions, and I'm taking that right up to the brow bone. I know it's a blush, but obviously it is safe to use on the eyes as well, and it's also just a good way of actually saving money. If you can actually get multiple uses out of one product, then it's obviously going to save you money, because now you don't need to buy an eyeshadow. So I'm now going to be going in with the Zoeva 228 Luxe Crease brush, and this is a clean brush, it's got no product on, and I'm just going to be buffing over these edges just to make sure that they're really faded and blended. So same again, windscreen wiper motions, so that's just backwards and forwards, and then on the outer corner just doing circular motions. I'm going to go back in again with a little bit of this peachy blush just on the outer corner to deepen it up. And then going back in with that fluffy clean brush again from Zoeva, and just same process again. Jesus, totally forgot to put powder on the under eye in case any of the eyeshadow falls. So I better do that now, as I just noticed it's got a little bit of orange under here off the blush, so I'll just conceal over that and then apply a little bit of the loose powder. Now I'm going to be going in with maybe this shimmery shade. It's just a very light shimmer, and just applying this to the inner corners. And by applying a nice light shimmer on the inner corner of the eyes, you will actually make your eyes appear bigger and more set apart. So for example, if you've got eyes that are like more closely spaced together, then applying a lighter shimmer on the inner corner will actually give the illusion that they're not so spaced together. So that same clean brush again, and I'm just diffusing the edges of the shimmer, as you could kind of see where it's just stopped, whereas I want it to just blend right up to the brow bone. Okay, so I'm not really loving blush as eyeshadow. I do kind of feel like it's got a little bit patchy. Not sure if that's showing up on camera so well, but I do kind of feel like it's going a little bit patchy. So I am actually going to change the other eye now. I'm going to be using bronzer as eyeshadow, which is what I normally do if I'm just doing my everyday natural makeup look. So the blush as eyeshadow does not work out so well, but I know for a fact that the bronzer as eyeshadow works out very, very well. I guess in a way it's even more informative because obviously you get to see two multitasking products. So I'm going to be using the deep tan bronzer, and this was the more warm toned. I'll just use those same brushes again. So I'll go back in now with the Zoeva 227 Luxe Soft Definer. And I'm just going to be building this up. Same technique, so building it up first on the outer corner of the eye, and then just diffusing those edges by just using windscreen wiper motions. So back and forth, and then I'm taking that straight up to the brow bone, as you can see. And I already like this one so much better. What do you think? Let me know if you think the bronzer looks better or the blusher as eyeshadow. And then one of my favourite brushes for just literally fitting perfectly into the crease of the eye is the Peaches and Creams PC17 brush. I always just use this brush when I'm just applying bronzer to the eyelids as eyeshadow, because it literally just makes the job so quick. It literally is not too big, not too small, but the bigger it is, it's just more giving a softer effect with a bigger brush, whereas when you use a smaller brush like this, the product is obviously more concentrated, which is not really what I want. I'm not really doing a particular technique. I'm just getting a wash of colour onto the eyelids, so this brush is perfect for that. And it also saves time because you're covering a larger area. A bigger brush, obviously, like I said before, just diffuses product more, not evenly, but just more everywhere sort of thing, just disperses product everywhere rather than in one particular place, and that's what you want when you're going for a wash of colour. So I'm definitely with this eye. I think this one looks so much nicer than this one. I really want to change this one, but I'm not going to. I'm going to just show you the finished result at the end. So I'm just going to be dusting away this powder now. So I'm taking the Primark 101 HD Kabuki brush, and I'm just literally sweeping this powder off the face, and then I'm just pressing on top to press the excess into the skin. And I'm sweeping it in that winged up shape, as you can see. I'm following the line where I put the concealer before. And then again, I'm just pressing the excess into the skin. So now for actual blush, I am actually going to be going in with the blush palette again. So I'm just going to be taking a mixture. There's, on the top there's 3 shimmer shades and then there is 5 matte shades. So these ones are all mattes and these 3 are shimmers. So I'm just going to be taking a combo on a Peaches and Creams PC03 brush. And I do actually really love this blush palette. Obviously for blush, not for eyeshadow, as we found out today in this tutorial. It's so pigmented. So I'm just dusting this blush back to where I put the contour to make it look a little bit more natural rather than just having it on like the apples of the cheeks in like a big ball shape or whatever. Well, not a ball shape, but that's what it reminds me of. Like when I say blush just applied to the apples, just kind of makes the cheeks look like a big ball, which obviously, I don't know, some people might like that look, but it's not the look I go for. And then for highlight today, I'm going to be going in with the NYX Strobe of Genius highlighting palette. And I'm just going to be taking a mixture of all of these shades again. So you get 7 shades in the highlight palette. Yeah, 8 shades in the blush palette. To apply the highlight, I'm going to be going in with the Fenty Beauty 120 highlight brush. Now, this brush makes it so easy to apply highlight because of the shape of it. It literally cups the cheekbone. So as you can see there, I think it said Rihanna calls it the shark tooth brush. It kind of does look a bit like a shark tooth. But yeah, it just cups the tops of the cheekbones perfectly. It's so easy, it's just literally back and forth, back and forth. So perfect for beginners, this brush. I always do the Cupid's bow. I think that just looks so healthy. Just here. A little bit down the bridge of the nose. At the very beginning of the eyebrows, I always do that as well. And then I always build it up, obviously, on the actual, well, just above the actual cheekbones. A little bit on the tip of the nose, a little bit on the chin also. So for lip liner today, I'm going to be going in with the NYX Matte Lip Liner, and this is in the shade Los Angeles, which is one of my favourite cities ever, and I think that's the only reason why I actually bought this pencil. How sad am I? So the shade Los Angeles is just a nice browny nude. I love the quality of NYX pencils as well, by the way. They're literally as good as a MAC pencil in my opinion, and they're half the price. These pencils are literally about £4 or £5 and the MAC ones are about £16-17 I think. If you're looking for a bargain or a dupe, then NYX lip liners are the way forward. Can anyone see those 2 blemishes there? Well, clearly you can, I can see them on camera. Okay, so the foundation is definitely not a full coverage foundation. I mean, the skin still looks good, but I've just been doing lip liner in the mirror and I was just like, oh, look at those 2. But hey ho, those 2 there. So maybe this foundation is not like the best for acne prone skin, maybe. Not that my skin's acne prone, but my skin does get blemishes from time to time and it hasn't really covered those 2 up. So yeah, if anyone's watching this who really does have like problem skin, like acne or whatever, then obviously, I don't know, maybe this is not the foundation for you. Save your money. And then for the actual lipstick today, I'm going to be going in with the NYX Lip Lingerie, and this is in the shade Cashmere Silk. So I actually love the NYX formula. I'd say it's pretty similar to Jeffree Star's formula, his velour liquid lip. And when I say similar in terms of like the formula, both formulas are very thin. So I find the Maybelline Superstay Matting very thick, but this one is similar to the Jeffree Star one in terms of like it's actually a thin formula and you can build it up. And it does really last a very long time as well. It does last, not all day, but almost. I'm going to be going in now with the NYX Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and definitely a Turn On Waterproof Extreme Shine Eyeliner. And it's in the shade Golden Bronze. So I normally do always set any waterproof eyeliner or any waterline eyeliner, but I'm not going to be doing that today because I don't actually have a NYX shadow similar to this colour. So this is going to be interesting to see if it actually lasts. All I will do though is just smudge it to make it look a little bit more natural. So I'm going in with a Morphe Jeffree Star JS13 brush just to smudge out this pencil. So the next product I'm using on the lips is the NYX Butter Gloss, and this is in the shade Fortune Cookie. I could probably use this on its own really with a lip liner. Probably didn't really need a colour underneath it, but here we are. So I'm just going to be doing mascara now and applying some false eyelashes, and then I'll check in and show you the complete look. So guys, this is the finished and completed look, and I actually really love it. Now I know that I didn't actually use NYX powder, but everything else on the skin is NYX. So yeah, I'm going to wrap the tutorial up now guys, but let me know any other brands that you'd like me to do a full face of. I've done MAC before, I've done NYX, I've done Fenty, I've done ELF, so if there's any, I've done Maybelline as well. Oh God, I've done quite a lot actually. But yeah, if there's any other brands that you'd like me to do a full face of, then please let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, think about turning on the notification bell so you won't miss any uploads from me. And lastly, but most importantly, thank you so much for sticking around to the very end. I really do appreciate it. So once you've done all that, what I've just said, I will see you in my next video.